Good old infidelity.
It's like holy bananas.
Definitely have some like whoa to that, but not like whoa. Today we are ranking the juiciest family secrets from y'all, the BuzzFeed community.
We're ranking them. Got it from lamest to most extreme.
I want it to be like very juicy family secrets because I feel like I have a lot within my own family, and I'm hoping that everybody's kind of on like my same page.
I know, like me and my friends, we used to always call each other like chismosa because we just love it. Yeah, it means like gossip girl in Spanish. Woo! And it's like, ooh, a little chismosa, let's spill that tea. So
I like it.
I'm excited.
Do you have any family secrets?
No. My family is boring.
Okay.
Juicy secret number 1. My mother's paternal family was full of actual Satanists.
They were even investigated a few years ago by the state of Kansas because some evidence, possibly linking them to human sacrifices, was unearthed on the old farm where they used to live.
But nothing conclusive was found, apparently.
A few of them are now dead, and those that aren't are lying low.
Wait a minute, so they might have killed people. We don't know for sure. Sounds like they definitely murdered people.
Well, I read that Satanists aren't actually that bad of people.
No, yeah. The Church of Satan itself is like, you know.
Yeah, I heard they're chill.
Ready?
Ready? Go.
I am gonna give it a solid 6.
I'm also gonna give it a solid 6. And together we almost make the number 666.
What? People died.
Maybe.
It also said that there's no conclusive evidence, so who's to say it actually happened? I could say that right now. Maybe I sacrificed somebody. How are you guys gonna know? Don't look me up on Google.
Actually, you just said you sacrificed people.
Don't look me up.
Okay. I thought my stepfather had been awarded custody of me and my half-brother in 1990. I found out in 2015 he actually kidnapped us.
He died in 2005 when I was 24, so he was never punished and we never understood what truly happened to us.
My biological mom had been trying to find us for the first 5 to 6 years. We finally got in contact with her.
What?
5.5.
Come on.
I feel like someone kidnapping you and you not knowing that you're you're thinking your dad is your parent and he actually kidnapped you is wild.
Oh, I'm calling this an 8.
I'm going as a 4.
I think that I have heard of stories like this about like custody problems becoming like a kidnapping issue because legally it wasn't a custody thing. I probably sound really bad right now. Don't kidnap, that's bad.
Okay, number 3. My great-great-grandmother was widowed 8 times. Whoa. She managed to amass a considerable amount of wealth from her misfortunes.
All right. That's pretty juicy.
Hey, 2.
Yeah, that's, I mean, like 8 times is a lot, but being widowed is like,
It happens.
it happens a lot.
Sometimes people
every
just
day.
mysteriously disappear 8 times in a row.
Exactly.
Maybe after like the 3rd time she was like, I have so much money now, maybe I can keep doing
This
this.
is a talent.
Yes, a gift.
Yeah, no, I just, I think it's goals. That's where I want to end up.
Okay.
8 husbands deep.
Number 4, my grandmother married my mom's ex-boyfriend. My mom broke up with the guy because she thought there was something going on with him and my grandmother, and now he's her stepfather.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
5? I gave it a 7, because that's whack.
6 for me.
I'm gonna, just because I'm thinking about like the mom living with this.
Yeah.
And like a man that she used to be intimate with is now her stepfather.
1.
Wow, I gave that a 3.
Really? I mean, you see that on like Jerry Springer all the time.
If your mom and your grandmother are closer in age, also how old is the ex-boyfriend? He could be in the middle. I'm like, this could be a very normal thing.
5. My great-great, I have no idea how many greats, grandfather is rumored to have had a homosexual relationship with Abraham Lincoln.
That's
some juice.
Gay relationship with Abe Lincoln. Meh.
Yeah, I give it a 4.
I give it a 5.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I don't.
For sure.
It's not. I don't think it's juicy.
Sorry, it's a little 2 for me.
I think it's 8. I think Abraham Lincoln
It's so far in the past.
Yeah.
6.
10.
10.
I think in a historical context. I mean, as far as the masses go, it's It's gonna shake up a lot of feathers.
It'll shake up some history.
Shake up some historical
American
feathers.
history as we know it.
Says, my dad's real father left when he was young, and until a year ago, we didn't even know his name. When we finally found out, we looked him up online and saw he's one of the heads of the Polish mafia and wanted for 70 plus murders. Okay, this is pretty cool. That's a cool secret, like to find out.
Yeah,
like,
that's
related
cool.
I'm gonna call it a 6.
7.
I was like debating. 7.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I'm just thinking that like finding out that anyone's a part of like the Polish mafia, Russian mafia, like that's just kind of stuff you read about and hear about in movies, but then to actually have that happen to you and you're like, oh, whoa.
I'm a 2. You're a 4.
Yeah,
It's close.
Yeah, I think that was a good example you had of like how comfortable would I feel saying it? Where it's like I would tell everybody.
Right.
Like,
Same.
Which wouldn't be good
I'd
for
brag
me.
about it.
I'm gonna have 5. A neutral.
Yeah, I give it a 7 just because I think that's a cool secret. I mean, it's not cool that he murdered. I just think that like if I were to find out my grandfather was a mafia boss, I'd be like, dope.
My great-grandmother raised my grandfather as her own. A generous deed after having pushed his actual mother out a window, killing her. Okay, I wasn't ready. This was a short one. I thought, wasn't sure where it was gonna go.
I'm gonna give it that like an 8. A good,
Oh, I gave it a solid. Oh, my
9.
hair.
Yeah.
6.
I think it's a 10. Literally.
Because I don't know if I have the whole story.
I'm kind of both ends. Yeah.
6, 7, yeah.
7.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. It's again horrifying. Wouldn't like hesitate to tell people, but I'd tell people and be like, yeah, we're not sure if it's true, but if it is true, holy sh.
A few years ago, we found out my father has a mistress and a love child. Recently, he confessed that the child isn't the only one he's had outside of his marriage to my mother. Scheme. Although he has 5 other children, and 2 of them are close family friends. I went from 2 siblings to 7 in a week.
Good old infidelity.
Yeah.
The classic family secret.
Classic infidelity.
It is. I'm gonna give it a 7 because
Yeah.
it's a go-to family secret.
Go-to family.
Like when you have one children, always more children.
Rachel, don't judge with your feelings. Let's judge it on juice.
5.
7.
Oh.
I had like goosebumps from that one.
Man. 10.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I give it a 5. I feel like, infidelity's everywhere. That's wild. Lots of kids. That's a lot of college tuitions.
Oh, I'm sure he's not paying.
Are you ready for this one? My dad's parents are cousins.
I'm gonna call that a 6.
6 too.
Yeah.
7.
I'm giving that a 10 again.
10.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 4.
I give it a 6.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's not even like it's great-great-great-grandparents. It's like your
It's like your
grandparents.
grandparents,
Like I
like-
know people whose grandparents are alive. Like that's very
That's
close.
too recent for it to be.
That is very recent.
Is everyone shunned from the? Are they shunned from the family? Like
I don't know.
is
It's
that-
literally just like my dad's parents are cousins, mic drop.
So my great-grandfather was a stolen baby.
My great-great-grandmother, let's call her Gigi, was on her deathbed when the doctor asked my grandma how many children Gigi had given birth to.
That's when my grandmother's aunt pulled her out of the room and explained the truth. Gigi apparently gave birth to a baby who didn't survive, but wasn't going to leave the hospital without a baby.
So she's decided the best course of action was to steal a baby. Nobody knows how she got away with it or how she got her fingers on a legal birth certificate.
Oh my god, I'm so glad this is last.
Wow, that's a 10.
I'm gonna give it a 7 because I'm like that. It's original.
Yeah, it is
I
original.
don't think I've heard people stealing a baby before. So.
I give it an 8.
6.
Boom. Hey, I was gonna give a 7, but it's still like a pretty juicy story.
Totally.
All the secrets. Wow. I feel like we learned a lot. I don't know if we learned a lot. We saw a lot.
I
today.
feel very educated and just
Yeah. It makes me feel like all families are crazy, and that is the fun part.
probably.
Well, these are like pretty good, juicy secrets.
Very good.
And I love them all. And they weren't as scary as I thought. I felt like I was gonna get really upset
Yeah.
or like really freaked out. But these are like very normal and like I feel like every family has
Yeah.
something.
Question everything. Question your parents, question your grandparents. Don't trust anybody.
Nothing's true, nothing matters.
Yes.
That's what we take away from this.
You're like really deep. Like families are like a societal made up construct that doesn't really exist.
You're right.